homeowners, it's not a question of if, but when the next hurricane will come. No matter what Florida weather has in store, Storm Smart has products that protect every opening of your home while improving the look, feel, and function. From durable aluminum shutters, high-impact windows and doors, to our innovative storm catcher screens, products that enhance the beauty of your home and keep your family safe. Because Smart is complete hurricane protection, and Smart is peace of mind. Call Storm Smart today for your free in-home consultation.
When your power goes out, remember just how inconvenient your life can be. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with the Generac Home Standby Generator, you'll have power when you need it. Our Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Get a free 10-year warranty with the purchase of any air-cooled generator. Call Generac Generators today. Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Storm Smart. Protect every opening of your home. And Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Tuesday night edition of Dennis Phillips Live, and this is what we call an audible, all right? So if you're not a sports fan, see, so imagine the quarterback, which, by the way, we'll introduce this quarterback coming up in just a second. So the quarterback goes up to the line, and he's looking around, and he sees something. He's like, hey, you know what? I see something a little bit better this way than the play we got called. And I'm going to be totally honest, the play that I had called for this show was lame tonight. I didn't have a lot going on. We got a little bit of weather going on. But instead, we have, now I want you guys to just look at this face right here. Just take a close-up of this, camera 2. All right. Who do you think this young man is related to? I will tell you, it's not mine. I do have 6 kids. He is not one of mine. So on the comments, I'm curious, who do you think it is? Because I will give you a hint. No hints. I'm not going to give you a hint. Before we say who this is.
Name.
That's a different one. Yeah, well, this is Lucas, by the way, in case you did not know that, and you probably didn't. But we're going to do a little interview with Lucas here. Lucas, you are in which grade?
6.
6th grade. So you're now a middle schooler, right?
Yeah.
So you're the same age as my daughter. So now where do you go? No, I probably shouldn't say where you go to middle school. We're supposed to be careful about all those things these days. But I will ask you, so you have how many brothers and sisters?
Only one brother.
You have one brother, okay? And what's your brother's name?
Jacob.
Jacob. All right. So let's see if anybody has figured out who you belong to at this point. So I will say that you are big into football, right?
Yeah.
But you also play basketball too, right?
Yeah. I'm from a Trinity skate, from the team that I play for.
Okay. So which do you
school.
prefer the two? You like football? Now, you were telling me that you're playing flag, but you're looking forward to playing some tackle football, right?
Yeah, in the spring.
Okay, so and you play quarterback.
Yeah.
So are you ready? Are you ready to take the hits?
Yeah, on my offensive line.
Oh, look at that! He's already giving props to the O-line. Good call.
I got my own line.
All right, so someone thinks you are related to Martin Gramatica. that is not correct. However,
I know his daughter though.
You do?
Yeah, she plays in my flag football league.
Well, we do have a winner. Norris said that he believes that you belong to, and Dawn both predicted Paul Legrone, and you are correct. So the reason you're here is because your mom, Katie, they're doing an I-Team special at 8 o'clock, and you're just kind of hanging out because your brother's got basketball tonight, right?
Mm-hmm. The game, yeah.
You got a game. So who's the better athlete, you or your brother?
Me.
Nice.
Guaranteed.
Nice. Now, how much bigger is your brother than you right now?
Taller and more muscular, but that's it.
So when he sees this video and he hears that you say that you're the better athlete, are you going to get a whooping?
No.
Okay. All right. So here's my other question. So you're an athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And your brother's an athlete, right? He's a good basketball player,
Yeah.
right? Good basketball player. So where do you guys get this athleticism from? Is it mom or dad?
Neither? I get neither. Yeah, neither.
Neither. Mom's over here recording. Dad, I don't know. I have no comment on that, but for whatever reason, somewhere in the bloodline, there is athleticism in this, right?
Yeah.
I believe that. All right.
Yeah, my uncle.
Your uncle.
My uncle.
Now, what did your uncle play?
Baseball?
Oh, okay. So you got a little bit of everything. You
Yeah.
like the football, your uncle likes baseball, and your brother likes basketball.
Yeah.
All right, good enough. So do you guys have any plans on? You're off all next week for.
Yeah.
So you guys got any plans? You gonna go visit family? Or you gonna?
Miami.
Yeah. I know Paul's. I know family's down there and your mom's too. So.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. So so anyway, congratulations for the folks who did predict that Lucas, 6th grader, quarterback. So do you want to play high school ball? Is that what your goal is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
think you'll make it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, how tall? No, how tall are you right now? You're in a. So,
I'm like 4'8", 4'9".
4'8", 4'9". So
But my doctor said 6 foot when I'm older.
the doctor says 6 foot.
Yeah.
So you won't be like a Josh Allen size.
I'll be like Bryce Young.
Bryce Young? What?
I mean, he's a solid quarterback. I feel like his team is not.
Exactly. He threw for over 400 yards last week.
Yeah, I think he's a good quarterback.
So I agree with you completely. And he won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
So I mean, guy's got talent. So
Yeah.
so your goal is playing in high school. Now what about college? Where do you want to go to college?
I want to go all the way to the pros.
Okay, well where do you want to go to college?
Florida.
Yeah, I figured that because Dad went to.
Yeah,
Did Mom
and
go to
Mom.
UF? Okay,
And Mom,
all right.
yeah.
So yeah, you got Gators fans here.
Yeah.
So well, I just wanted to because I have a chance to talk with my daughter Ryan comes on the show a good bit, and I saw Lucas kind of hanging over there. I'm like, hey, come on over, be on DPL. So well, good luck in the upcoming season.
Thank
and,
you.
And have a great break. And we are going to talk a little bit weather, guys, because we do have some very interesting situations coming up for next week. Anna Maria's like, Kyle Berger, watch out. So we are. Oh, you know what? I forgot the band button, guys, and I am getting. So you know what? All right, I'll run back and get the band button because. Oh yeah, I see the band button is. See this guy right here, Austin Paul. He is a guy who's just spamming people. As a millionaire living my best life, I'm giving $5,000 to the first 5 people to message me. So in other words, he's a scammer. So we just go to ban all live streams. And we hit confirm. Here, hold on, stand by. I'm going to go get the ban button, and you can hit it.
Okay.
You can be the.
Is he like a real person?
I don't know if he. That's a really good question. Are these bots real people, or are they? I don't. You know what? That's one of life's great mysteries. I really think it is.
Somebody said I was Grammatica.
Yeah, that's what I said. Someone thought you were Grammatica's son. So, all right, here we go. So let's go ahead and take the shot so you can see it. All right, here we go.
That's so cool.
This is the ban button. Bash that thing. You're gone. You are gone, Austin Paul, and no more spamming for us. So there you go. So, anyway, Family Man's like, ban? Oh, wait a minute. Family Man, wait. You have not been a part of our banning mentality? Look, we don't put up nonsense on this show. Spammers, politics, nasty people, all of the above, all right? So that's all it is. All right, let's get into some weather here because we do have some holiday conversations. Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate you coming by. Cut the mic off when you go because otherwise.
How do I do?
Here, I'll do it. So then that way we don't want. There you go. We're good. All right. Thank you very much for coming out there. Appreciate it. Superstar there. I'm telling you, remember the name. Lucas Legrone, right? Yeah. Okay. Remember that name. Future Gator quarterback Lucas Legrone, and his brother could be playing ball. Now he's getting. Your brother's a senior? No. Junior. So I mean, and he's a good basketball player. So you never know. Maybe we got 2 Gators going on here. All right. So that was a good band, Ryan. Oh, Lucas Benjamin as well. No, we have no breaks, John. We got no breaks tonight because the Bolts are on TV, I think. Wait a minute. That's a good question. Stand by. I'm pretty sure the Bolts are on TV. Hey, is the spot carrying the Bolts? Yeah, okay. You don't, yeah, okay, good, good. All right, so we don't have to worry about hitting the brakes. Because if I hit this brake button, would that put a brake in the Bolts game? Now, that's an interesting thought. Do I actually have the ability to call a timeout in the Bolts game by pressing this button? Should I try it? No, I don't want to try it. I'll get yelled at. All right, here we go. Let's go. So we go back. We're going to take a little look at the. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow night, I'm really looking forward to this one because you guys know we have had discussions about HOAs. Yeah, you know, we've had discussions about HOAs. I have had over the years with my Christmas lights and whatnot, there have been some issues from time to time. And there's like a new movement per se, and Forrest talked about it today. They're actually working on it in the legislature that there is a movement out there to ban HOAs entirely in Florida. That's not going to happen, but they're looking to maybe pull in the reins a little bit because I think there's a lot of folks who know there are some HOAs out there who are just giant bullies. It's just there's some great HOAs and there's some HOAs where the people who are running that thing just love the power. That's all it is. They just like a big old bully. And so there's people now fighting back. And so Adam Walzer is going to be here tomorrow on DPL Plus to talk a little bit about what's going on with that in terms of the legislature. He's got a really awesome story about HOA abuse per se. So I think it's going to be interesting, and you can bring your questions and your concerns. So if you're running into issues with your HOA, if you know someone who has issues with their HOA, you can come in tomorrow. Adam will be here, and we can see what we can do because, you know, I've got stories, and I'm not even going to share them, but trust me, I've been there, done that when it comes to it. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the forecast. We have got ourselves, look, right through Thanksgiving, we've got ourselves some absolutely beautiful weather, all right? And John's like, ban HOAs. Look, there are some HOAs that I think do a great job. And I mean, look, the reason is they're trying to keep the neighborhood in a particular case, you know, more livable, if you will, maybe in better shape. I don't know. There's lots of different reasons. But we all know there are some power-hungry people on HOA boards that use that power and just unreasonably. And in doing so, that's what I think the Florida legislature is trying to do away with. And I say good for them. How you doing, Debbie? Good to see you. Ryan, as always, good to see you. So there's a look at temperatures right now, anywhere from the upper 60s to the middle 70s. Tampa 75, St. Pete 75. Lows this morning, what we had this morning is what we're going to be seeing right on through Thanksgiving. And by the way, we're going to run tonight up until 8 o'clock because right at 8 o'clock, the I-Team, it's pretty cool because I'm looking over on the other side of the studio and there's usually this giant curtain, but like, here, I'm going to take a picture here. So we have a promo shot of the I-Team, all the I-Team reporters, and they're kind of all like this. They've got the serious look, like, you know, the I-Team look, and they're kind of all over there talking, and they all still have that same kind of serious look. I don't know what they're talking about, but they definitely have that same kind of look going on there. So they're about to do a show. I don't think it's live. Hey, Randy, is that show live? Hey, Randy. Is the show is it recording? Are you, come on over. Come on over. This is Randy Wright. I'm going to tell you a story about Randy Wright. No stories. Randy, like no stories. Randy was a photographer in Gainesville when I used to work in Gainesville back in the late 80s, early 90s, right? 88 to 91. Yeah, 88 to 91. Randy was a photographer, and we have so many stories that we won't share, but we could, and they're hysterical. And they're like stories that nowadays you could never get away with because everybody has cameras and video. But back then, we didn't have any of that stuff. So it was good. Randy, what is the show that you guys are doing?
It's the I-Team special.
On?
Well, it's all of them.
But what?
One of their stories.
Oh, I see. So, oh, different topics?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay. So, and when does that run?
I don't know the date.
Okay. Well, soon, thank you, Randy. Soon they're going to be running they're doing an I-team. All 4 I-team members are doing their own little story, and that's going to be running. I think we have a special that runs Monday. I don't know if this is that one, but I see all the I-team people over there. I see Adam, and I see Katie, and I don't know who else I see. But I don't know if Nadine's over there or not. Not sure. Wendy. Anyway, let's get back to the weather. So that's going on the other side of the studio right now. They're all doing their pose. All right. Anyway. Hey, how you doing? Hia, is it Hia or Haya from SRQ from Sarasota? How goes it? Kathy says hi to Randy. So not first beer stories, family man. No, far more, no, nothing to do with bad decisions based on any sort of alcohol. It was bad decisions based on youth. So that's what it was. Nothing to do with alcohol. It's definitely more about youth. But that's what Gainesville's for, right? Working in Gainesville, it was a lot of fun because we would be done with the news at 11:30, and then we would go out, and sometimes we'd go to Skeeter's. Remember Skeeter's? We'd go Daiquiri Deck. Yeah, Daiquiri Deck, and of course the Purple Porpoise. Those were good times, and we were all in our early 20s, early to mid 20s, whatever it was, and that's what's really awesome about small market television. When you work in a small market, a lot of times the people who are living there, it's their first TV job. In my case, it was my second, but they've moved there quite often from other parts of the country. They're by themselves, so all they have are those people. That's their group. That's their friend group. So after the 11 o'clock news, you would all go out and do stuff. And in Gainesville, that was a fun time because, stuff was open till 2 or 3 in the morning. We always had a blast. So yeah, that was boy, that was a long time ago. Holy cow, how did we get that old? Anyway, back to where we were talking about. So through the next 3 or 4 days, honestly, the next 6 or 7 days, this is what we're looking at. Morning lows in the 50s and 60s, highs right back in the mid 80s. We're not talking record highs, but we're going 84, 85. So great beach weather, and this continues right through Thanksgiving. Outside right now, it's 75 degrees at the airport, partly cloudy skies. Looking out over Ray J, there it is. Everybody's inside Ray J right now, where the soccer match, the friendly as it's known as, Uruguay versus the U.S. I have not had a score update yet, but they didn't really have 24-hour diners, Ryan. Skeeter's was a place that closed. I don't know if it was 24 hours or not, but it's where all the people went after the bars closed, and they had great breakfast. Great breakfast. That was in Gainesville, and it went out of business shortly thereafter, which was tragic. 84 the high today, the morning low 63. Normals are 78 and 60. There's a satellite. It's beautiful. I mean, no cloud cover. Bolts are up 2-0, 3-0, so says Bob. So thank you for the update, guys. If you want to watch the Bolts game, as always, excuse me, DPL is usually on this station right here. Well, it's usually on the spot, but where you normally watch DPL, you can watch the Bolts game because we are the official broadcast home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And right now, according to Bob, so it was Home Sweet HOA, Monday at 10 o'clock. See? You guys know more about it than me and Randy know. So there you go. Home Sweet HOA runs Monday at 10 o'clock. Denise, is that on your Tampa Bay 28 news channel? Or I'm assuming it must be. That's prime time. Adam, is that? Yeah, Adam's like, yeah. So there we go. Oh, we're not running the football game.
Yeah, we got Lightning.
We're running Lightning on our station?
On our station. And right after Lightning, we have HOA.
Well, that's news to me. So check this out. So Monday, the Bolts game will be on, I was going to say your ABC Action news station because that's Force to Have It. Will be on your Tampa Bay 28 news station. So it will be on Channel 11, right? The Bolts game, and it ends at 10 o'clock unless it's overtime. Then I don't know what we'll do. But at 10 o'clock, we are running an I-Team special on HOAs, which is why I'm guessing Adam is going to be on DPL tomorrow night. So that's awesome. So instead of Monday Night Football Monday, which I'm sure you'd still be able to watch on ESPN, but why would you want to? Because you'd much rather watch Home Sweet HOA at 10 o'clock right here on your Tampa Bay 28 news channel, and of course the Bolts game, which runs on our channel. All right, so Kelly, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, the soccer game is 3-0, Bob says. God, oh, the U.S. is winning 3-0. So the Bolts are up 2-0, so says Debbie. And the U.S. is up 3-0 over Uruguay. Kathy says no cold weather. All right, let's get back to that, shall we? So there is a look at Futurecast. It looks beautiful right on through the rest of the work week. Right on through the rest of the work week. Tom, visiting my daughter from Seattle. Love the show. I'm going to order a mug and watch from Seattle. Well, thank you very much. You know what? I will mention that because people do ask about it, and it is the holiday season. We do have our rule number 7 stuff. You can see it. The link is on the top of my Facebook page, and all proceeds benefit Children's Miracle Network, Feeding Tampa Bay, local charities. Denise, that must be the reason, because I don't watch our news. I'm on it, but I don't watch it. So I'm usually in the back, and I'm just doing whatever, and then the producers yell in my ear, Dennis, you're on in 10 seconds. I'm like, oh, and you know me. So that's how it plays out. Here's a look at a lot of the stuff. Great Christmas presents. You've got water bottles, you've got tumblers, you've got hoodies, you've got Bucks colors, Bulls colors, Gator colors, Knowles colors, Knights colors. You've got Snuggle alerts. All of these, again, proceeds benefit all the local charities that we talked about. And you can find this by going on the top of my Facebook page, clicking on the link, and that takes you to it. So it's pretty good stuff. So let's, again, talk more about the holiday and next week. For the first 3 days, and I'll show you the models in just a second, but for the first 3 days, we got no worries whatsoever. But after that, that's when the problems and the challenges start, especially for the Northeast. And we'll look at the models in a second. Tomorrow morning, 50s and 60s across the entire area. Low 50s, Citrus Hernando County. Mid to upper 50s, interior counties. Low to mid 60s along the coast. And there's a look at rain or lack thereof. I just don't see a drop of rain. Ryan, that's a good call. We kind of do. No rain at all expected right on through the weekend. All right, here we go. So you look at this and you say, oh, look at that, Black Friday, it's going to get cold. Well, that is by no means set in stone, all right? That's about a 50-50 proposition right now. Half the models are saying, yep, we're going to get colder. Half the models are saying, nope, we're not going to get colder. So let's look at the models, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at them, and we'll talk about our travel conditions as well. So if we look right off the bat at the euro, and yes, the euro is definitely bringing some much colder air in by the end of next week, all right? So let's look at this. This is Friday morning, this upcoming Friday, 50s and 60s, no changes. Here's Saturday morning, 50s and 60s, no changes. There's Sunday morning, 60s, no 50s, even warmer. Monday, we start to see a little cool air up north, but we stay in the 60s. Tuesday, 8 a.m., still 50s and 60s. Day before Thanksgiving, 60s. Thanksgiving Day, 60s in the morning. Afternoon temperatures in the 70s and 80s. So a warm Thanksgiving, so says the euro. But Friday, look in the panhandle. You start to see what the euro's advertising. You start to see the cold air come in. That's Black Friday. Remember when Black Friday was such a thing where you'd actually get up early or you'd stay up all night and look for those bargains? I was talking about that today. You're right, John. Euro is cold biased. It is. Saturday morning, still nothing. But look at what happens on Sunday morning. And more than that, look at the following Monday. So on December 1st, the euro does indeed bring in a blast of cold air. December 2nd, 30s and 40s, and right through December 3rd. So what is it seeing? Well, let's look at it. Here is the euro. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Travelers, here's Friday. Here's Saturday, storm out west, another storm system out west. Sunday, still get that system. See, watch that, track that system from the Pacific, dig in across the Baja, go into the Four Corners, and start to develop. See that? Watch it again. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Some severe weather across the southern plains on Tuesday, Wednesday. Big travel day, potentially some rain and snow for Chicago. Potentially some strong thunderstorms with that front to the deep south. And then Thanksgiving Day. Now look what happens. The front stalls out and we start to see some rain into our area. So the Euro actually brings rain into our area on Friday and on Thanksgiving. That is a week and a half out. Take it with a grain of salt. And then another low develops across the deep south and races northeastward. And that's when it brings in the cold air behind it. All right? December 1st, December 2nd, and lifts up north. Now, what about the GFS? GFS, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, still the same storm out in the Pacific going into California. So look at Monday with the GFS and Monday with the Euro. It is identical. It's absolutely identical with that storm moving through the plains, which means by Tuesday and Wednesday, there could be travel issues for the Ohio Valley, for the Midwest, for the Great Lakes. But this is warm. Look at where the cold air is. Nowhere to be found, although there is some cold air wrapped around maybe for upstate New York and Maine by Thanksgiving. But for the major travel cities like New York, Boston, Philly, Baltimore, Washington, that is Wednesday, and that is a potential rain event with maybe some snow up north. And then look at what the Euro does. I'm sorry, look at what the GFS does. Blast of cold air. Look at that 540 line all the way down to Florida the day after Thanksgiving. So the map that I just showed you with that big cold drop on Friday is more heavily based on the GFS as opposed to the Euro. You are exactly right, John, and we have many of those. So there is, if this low develops, and look, that's a 996 low. So the reason it's bringing such cold air around it is because it's such a strong storm. If the storm doesn't intensify, you won't see all that cold air dragged all the way down to the deep south. The stronger the storm, the colder the backside, and it brings it down to the Gulf Coast. Make sense? And that is Thanksgiving. Now, that's Black Friday. So the GFS has rain in the northeast for Wednesday, potential rain across the deep south Thursday. The Euro is showing the same thing. Both models are showing rain into Thanksgiving for our area. So that is something we'll watch. And then big storm moving into Canada, and that 540 line goes all the way down to Florida and starts to lift northward. And we have some cold. So there it is. That, in a nutshell, is a look at the forecast. Here, let's go ahead and take the 7-day, by the way. We haven't looked at the 7-day yet. And then we gotta get going. The whole store got the flu. Can you believe it? The whole store got the flu. Yep. All right, so there it is. Clear overnight, waking up to temperatures in the lower 60s. Afternoon highs right back in the middle 80s. There's the beach forecast. Anybody planning on going to the beach over the next week? It looks amazing. Highs in the upper 70s, lots of sunshine. All right? I think streamers are out at 58. So, folks, have a great night, and we'll see you on tomorrow's edition of DPL. Okay, streamers are out. Look, yeah, I caught that one. And there's the 7-day. 84 on Wednesday. Mid-80s right through the weekend. Right through Tuesday. So Wednesday and Thursday, that's when things will get a little interesting for travelers. I'll say it again. Travelers going to the Ohio Valley or the Midwest on Wednesday of next week could run into some issues. Behind it, if the GFS is right, cold air coming in next Friday, a week from this Friday, into early December. And potentially, both models, GFS and Euro, do bring some rain into Florida on Thanksgiving. We don't want a rainy Thanksgiving, but we really could use the rain. It's been really, really dry of late. So that's really about it, guys. Thank you very much, John. Very kind. We'll be back tomorrow night with Back on TV again, back on streaming, and Adam Walzer will be here with me for DPL Plus when he starts talking about Home Sweet HOA. And I'm looking forward to that one. Because, look, I don't like bullies. And I think there are some HOAs out there, not so much the HOAs, but board members. In my opinion, that's where I think they're going to start, the legislature is starting to work on. They're going to start working. They're not going to do away with the HOAs, but maybe start back at giving you, as a homeowner, some recourse to the people on the board who are acting in unreasonable fashion. And I think that's what the goal is. And Adam will be on tomorrow night. We'll have another day to look at the data, a day closer to look at where that rain and cold will be as we continue on DPL. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you tomorrow night.